Hey, we're live. I have no idea what's going on. There's Jake.
I'm not
Here's
even
Grant.
supposed to be on.
You're not even supposed to be on. I don't know what's going on here. Well, anyways, we're live now. We're getting a lot of comments of people saying we're late, but we're gonna give it a second here. We just lost Mitch. We're gonna bring Mitch back. We're clearly, as you can tell, having some technical difficulties.
He probably tried to log in on my stuff. So
Here we go. Well, we are live, so that's progress.
I don't know. Just start it. Should I just do the "It's a great day to be a coyote"?
I think it's just
Wow.
we're getting tons of great comments in here about our
At least there's
tardiness.
interaction.
There is. There's no doubt about that. So
This is what happens when Kate moves my computer again.
you know what? That's exactly right. It's what it all comes back to is Kate touching things in the office. It's clearly the problem. So
She's saying hurtful things in the comments too.
well, we'll give it a
There you
minute
go.
here. I think Jay. Oh, Mitch, there he is.
Let's go. I'm back.
Mitch, you're back and we're live. We're live
Well,
right now.
Let's see if I can get the slides up. How about that?
All right.
Yeah.
We'll get the slides
Talk
up.
about a show.
Well, it's a S show right now, but we're getting there. Hopefully,
Yeah,
transition
I don't have my normal access because I'm not logged in as normal, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Man, this is something. Well, while Mitch gets that sorted out, can you guys hear me just fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go into. Oh, well, he's gone again. I'm just gonna go into talking about the beef raffle. We'll get that going because you really need to get in on it. Drawing is our next show.
That is true. That is very true.
So
beef raffle drawing, last chance this weekend at Tailgate. So
absolutely, yeah. I think we're at 1,500. I am about 500 to 700 away from the mark that we set our goal on this one. So swing by the Tailgate, stop and grab a Jello shot this weekend. We're gonna have an absolute blast. We are gonna get hammered at Tailgate, and we are gonna make it the worst possible environment for the Fighting Hawks to show up on. We're gonna kick the crap out of them.
that's well said. Well said.
Jake, I'm back. I think I have access to the slides, so if you want to log out, you can.
I just pull me off stage. I'll stay unmuted, so just in case.
All right.
Go Yotes.
Go Yotes. Hey, what a wild beginning.
Let's go. All right, I think I have access, so I think we're good. Are you good?
Sure, we're great. We're doing
All
great.
Right. Let's go.
I'm just really enjoying the comments. I mean, we need to get things spicy in the beginning before. I think we have more comments in this first 3 minutes than we have the last 3 weeks.
Fantastic.
I love it.
We're going to be trending on YouTube here in a second. Just need more comments. Keep them going.
I'm sure that's next.
All right. I'm not going to do the intro because we all know the intro. So let's just go.
That ship has sailed. We're just right into it now. We're just shotting right in.
All right. Big game this weekend. I got my honey lemon tea. I'm ready to go.
That's good. We need you loud and proud this weekend.
Man, holy moly. I'm trying to catch up on the comments too. Appreciate everybody who's here, by the way, and hung with us for that 4-minute delay.
It's a long 4 minutes when our fearless leader is on the road, I guess.
Yeah, that's all Jake's fault. But no, seriously, let's start with that because he was in Vermilion tonight and rocking out at Aiden's party there at the W House. So I want to give a shout out to him and everybody who was there, right? I think, half the team might have been there, judging from that photo.
Yeah, if you have a chance to check it out on Twitter for anyone that's listening, they did a in association with Alex's Lemonade Stand an event tonight, which I think most people saw. So Vermilion area folks got to attend that. Sounded like a costume party, but a lot of the team was there, and a lot of the team ended up doing the lemon challenge with the picture on the head. So it's sounds like a good event. Jake was just giving me a call right before, and then of course we just brought him in live. But it's no, I think it sounds like a good event. Hoping to see this number go up from that, and kind of the Lemon Top challenge that I saw a lot of them were tweeting out.
Yeah. So speaking of that, looking at the standings here, man, the bunnies have done some damage. They've caught up. They're about $1,000 behind us. So we've got to do some work to keep this lead.
Yeah, definitely jumped up the board. It's still looks to be kind of a 2-horse race, which the more the merrier for this deal. I'm happy to have some other people enter the conversation here if it means they're raising some big dollars.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so ways to get involved, just to remind folks, we got scan the QR code to donate directly on the screen there. We got jelly oat shots, as Jake mentioned, the Lemon Top Challenge. The boys are doing that tonight, so we're going to get some money there. The 444 Dome Challenge and the beef raffle. So let's go real quick. Lemon Top Challenge, just to remind folks, got to get that picture of the lemon on your head, post it to any of your favorite social media platforms. You got to do the tags. It's got to be proper. We won't get credit. At Alex's Lemonade. At Northwestern Mutual. If you're doing it on Twitter or X, it's got to be at NM_financial. And then those 2 hashtags, hashtag Lemon Top Challenge, hashtag Go Yotes. So got to get all those. Yeah. And here's Jake. Yeah. He's sitting on a pile too from the beef raffle. So we do have some money coming in from that as well. And there's still chances to get in on that too. So 1 ticket for 20, 3 for 50, 10 for 100. A couple ways to do that. You've got the donation site. You can go directly there. You can do Venmo at backthepack_SD, and then cash donation at tailgates too, which we're running out of time, but there still is a little bit of time to get in. So 11/3 is our drawing, and so a little bit of time yet.
Yeah, just a reminder too. I believe we're going to do that raffle live on the Monday night show. So
yes,
like I said, this weekend is the last chance for that. So definitely come find Jake. Or Mitch. I unfortunately will not be there. Please don't throw rotten vegetables at me. I'll be in Arizona for a wedding, but Mitch and Jake will gladly point you in the right direction of how to get entered into that.
Oh God, no, I got Wi-Fi issues. Let's go. You see me time out there.
No, you're good.
It was right as you said you weren't going to be there. That my internet decided to hate you.
It said we're out if Grant's not there. I get it.
Yep, we're out. All right. Speaking of that Lemon Top Challenge, we mentioned the boys doing this. I threw some of these photos in here right before the show. We got Wade, you got Brock, Ford, the tight ends. You got Jesse, Mason, Chris, all posting tonight. So hopefully some more boys do that because they got that nice team photo with a bunch of lemons on the head. So again, $10 per post. So the more guys that do that, the more money we're racking in. So
maybe we should count it per person in the post on that first one. I think that's a good.
That would be sick. Yeah, no, that looked like a great turnout.
Yes, for sure.
All right, Grant, quickly here, Missouri Valley Football Conference standings. Let's talk some football. We didn't have really a ton of movement here from last week, but obviously looking at the right side, we fell out of the top 25 even on the Stats Perform poll.
Yeah, it's last weekend would have been a nice one, as we know, for the standings, for playoff picture and things like that. So although we're still ahead of Illinois State, just more so due to we played one more game than they have. So but yeah, you're right. We're out of the top 25. So we'll talk about that, of course, tonight. We're really in a kind of backs against the wall, do or die scenario here. We've talked about it all season long. I think 8 is the magic number that you need to get to the playoffs this year. So that means you got to win them all if you want to make it to the playoffs. So still have that in front of us, still can do that, but the road is a tough one. And boy, oh boy, it starts with a tough test with North Dakota coming to town.
Yeah, biggest test of the year stands NDSU, right?
Yep, 100% agree. And in North Dakota, looks like a well-oiled machine at this point of the year. We'll talk about it a little bit more, but just 6-2 on the year, and those 2 losses, one to an FBS team by 1 possession, and one to a very, very good Montana team by 1 measly point on the road. So they've been tested throughout the year. They've proven they know how to win this year, and we'll get into it more, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And, hey, they're 8th in the Stats Perform poll, but we've seen them as high as 3 or 4 in some of the other polls.
Yeah, that it's actually kind of funny because it seems like about, call it Tennessee Tech up, there's quite a bit of movement in kind of 3 through 9-ish. Everybody pretty well has acknowledged that North Dakota State's number one. You can see 56 unanimous votes that they're number one. So that's not disputed in any way, shape, or form. But after that, I think that field is pretty interesting. 2 through 9 at this point. It can get more interesting depending on some results.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go to the comments here real quick. We got Yote Hat Alley coming in. Mitchie, you sound like you're crying with your Wi-Fi problems. I'm just lucky to be here, honestly.
Mitch is just trying to stay online with his voice here. We're kind of a hot mess tonight, Mitch.
Yeah, we've got some things going on, but the eternal optimist Jake chimes in. Heck of a resume when we win the next 3. He is unbroken when it comes to being any optimist for the rest of the season.
Unwavered. That's a 100% fair point. You win the next 3 games as the Coyotes, all of a sudden, not only are you jumping back in the top 25, you're rocket shipping up the top 25. So again, it's a hard road to hoe, but if you can do it, the sky is the limit here. Talk about potentially being a top 10 team if you're pulling off wins the next 3 weeks. So that's what we like about the Missouri Valley. It's the toughest conference by far in FCS, but it gives you every opportunity to get back in the mix.
All right, I gotta go here because this got to be Jordan Decker. But Super JD 123456789 says Monday's show is gonna be rough if you guys get blasted on Saturday. Monday's show is gonna be rough either way. We're either gonna be really really happy or really really sad, and no matter what, we're gonna be in rough shape.
That's right. Win or lose, we still booze.
That's right. All right, something cool this week, man. This theme we talked about this when it got announced, but the Shunka Manitou, man, the Native American Heritage game. How cool is this? And everything that's come out around this, from the story to the helmet to some of the videos and different things that have been put out on this on social media, has been unbelievable.
Yeah, this has been fantastic. We learned about it a couple weeks ago, of course, if you're really tuned in like we are, but really hit a spotlight of it this week. And really, to be honest, it's really kind of even gained some national attention just around, uniforms in general and how they look. But this one goes so much deeper, when you're talking about what this one means. So I know we talked about it a couple weeks ago, so I won't belabor it, but I'm really excited to see that. I have a feeling, when Midco's on the broadcast, they're probably going to kind of dive into this for viewers at home as well. So, and I'm also very happy to see that they're doing it with what is my favorite home combo, the white, red, white. I think it's
classic,
really, really
classic.
Sharp. Mm-hmm.
I think they nailed this combo too. We've had a couple real good combos this year, and this one's one of them.
Absolutely.
All right. Love it. Let's take a deeper look here, because not only did they give us the helmet, but they gave us the full uniform today too with the players reveal.
Yeah, really sharp looking photo shoot with the players and showing it off, and then of course the graphic. I think they released this a little bit earlier this week, but kind of diving into the stripe and the flag on the back of the helmet. You can see it in this graphic, of course, too. But for me, that stripe is just so sharp. It looks really good. So I'm excited to see it in action. This is something that's really unique, and I really enjoy. We've all seen the blackouts, the whiteouts, the alternate uniforms, but this to me really feels like a true message to represent our state, right? And what the Lakota people and just Native American heritage in general in this state is really important. So I think this is a 100 out of 10 on our part for a uniform deal.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go here with Matt too. Matt Kogel. We got came back to pack bring a fire barrel this week to keep us toasty as we're toasty. Yeah. Jake, if Jake's still on here, Jake, that's on you, buddy. Let's go.
It's gonna be a chilly one. There's no doubt about that.
That it is. All right. Last thing here on the whole get up for this week. The Charlie store. We don't usually plug them, but we're going to give a shout out tonight because they have a sweet lineup here of apparel items that you can get both online and in store.
Yes, absolutely. It seems like Charlie's usually right lockstep with the team on stuff like this. So no surprise they're answering the call with, a lot of good stuff. I really enjoy that. The baseball cap I like the helmet shirt as well. So
that great T-shirt. The gray T-shirt on the bottom left. If you buy a single ticket, there's a package deal for one of those shirts with the ticket.
I was just about to say that. I believe that I saw that same thing where if you buy a single ticket, you can get that shirt. So no, it looks good. And then of course the mini helmets. I know those like sold out immediately as soon as they hit the store, and they said, "No, wait, we got them restocked. We're good."
Yeah, and those are kind of pre-sale, pre-order, so they're probably making those to order. They probably won't have those available forever, and then they'll run one big production to make how many ever orders they get. So I don't think they're going to make like 500 of those and then try to sell them. I think that's probably going to be made to order.
Yep, I think you're right on that.
Yeah, and then Allie's, the helmet design is going to bring good luck. We need that. We're going to need those helmets to bring us some good luck, along with our dome magic for sure.
Absolutely.
Jake's got ice fishing heater. Hey, Jake, bring the shack. Let's go.
Bring the shack. Let's go.
All right, series history versus the Fighting Hawks. Two flagship, let me emphasize this, the two flagship institutions of the Dakotas meeting for the 103rd time in series history this weekend. Second longest series in USD program history by total number of games. North Dakota holds the all-time series, though. Man, they've beat us up over the years. 64, 33, and 5. USD's won the last two meetings. The Fighting Hawks, though, are 25, 19, and 2 in Vermilion, so they do hold an edge even in our building. But the good news is the last 10 meetings have been dead even. Each team winning 5 games. And really recent history shows that whoever the home team is wins this game. We, although broke that last year up there at the Alaris Center in Grand Forks, snapping the streak back to 1985, I think, since the last time we won there. And they haven't won now in Vermilion since 2008, I believe. So a lot of home defending home turf recently with these two schools, but makes for a little bit more interesting game.
It does. This is a rivalry game, right? It's actually one of my favorite games of the year, so I'm very disappointed I won't be there. But this is one that historically the home team has. We're going to get to that because we definitely need a trophy for this game.
Let's just go right to it. I mean, it read my mind.
I was just going to say, but just finishing up that thought. But the home team has typically had the advantage in this series recently, almost to a T, where you could pretty well expect the home team to win. But that wasn't always the case, as you saw the record overall that UND kind of dominated for a while. But no, I'm glad you put this in here because we definitely need a trophy. If you're not familiar with the history, it used to be back the Sitting Bull trophy was, you can see it here, 1953 to 99, UND and USD kind of shared and swapped back the Sitting Bull trophy. But I think it was, I guess 99 would have been the last year. I don't know where this trophy is. I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know what happened to it. I'm not sure exactly why we decided to not continue it. Like, there's a lot of questions around it, but would love to see, even if it's a revamped new trophy, we need something between USD and UND, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. So Jordan says, bring back the Sitting Bull trophy. And Jake chimes in with his idea, Predators of the Prairie trophy. Yeah, we need something, whether that's the Sitting Bull or something different. Like, we just need a trophy. And I can tell you this, no matter what, whether UND or USD or whoever comes up with the idea, it's going to be better than playing for a freaking rock. All right? Whatever we come up with, I don't care who comes up with it, it's going to be better than a rock. I can tell you that.
Agreed. Or the, I'm trying to think of the name of the trophy that Montana State play for, but kind of looks like a big turd, unfortunately. I believe it's a rock, but you get a look at it, it kind of looks like a turd, which is very unfortunate because it's a cool trophy, but the actual trophy itself is it's been through the ringer too. I mean, that's the why it makes it cool, right? It's ancient, but
so if we're gonna embrace the the Native American heritage and all that stuff, like the Sitting Bull kind of makes sense. Agreed. I know UND's had their issues with their mascot and the Fighting Sioux and all that, but like, my idea was kind of thinking something around fire, like where you had some sort of, I don't know what kind of object or some sort of, whatever symbol you want, but like the winning team would go over and like light it on fire, like the flame, like it would light a flame, like some sort of like eternal flame or something.
Right.
I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would love to, this particular year, the Native American Heritage Day fell on this game. But I agree with you. I'd love to see us kind of lean into that, because that's important part of our culture in both South Dakota and North Dakota, right?
So yeah, and we talked about it with like the 7 council fires, the tribes and all that. Like fire is definitely a symbol of the prairies, big in Native American heritage too. But anyway, let's see. I think I have a couple things. Oh yeah, look at this classic picture.
Yeah,
this is from the 70s.
Right. Yeah, that's I'm always in for a trophy game, right? I mean, that's the bottom line. And I don't like the forced trophy games, but we had one for so long for this game. We need something. There's no doubt about it.
Agreed. What else we got? Comments here. Got Jordan. XDSU fans and teams need help with directions so badly they honor and play for a rock that tells them up from down. Exactly. Allie, little ship trophy, and winning team gets to put their flag on it. Flagship schools. That I like that. Like raise the flag, and it's your school flag. That'd be cool.
That's true. The 2 flagship schools. I like that. See, there's plenty of people with good ideas out there that we could come up with something really good.
Or we could just whoever wins gets to plant their flag at midfield. Unlike Ohio State had a big they cried about that when Michigan planted their flag or whatever. So maybe do something like that.
I'd be cranky about a UND flag getting plunked in the middle of the dome. I don't think I like that idea.
Okay. All right. Let's tee this thing up here. Game number 10, South Dakota at 5-4, 3-2 in the Valley, hosting number 8 UND. They are 6-2, 4-0 in the Valley. This is a 1:00 kick at the Dakota Dome, of course. Television, ESPN Plus, and Midco. You've got the Midco boys, Jay Elson, Andre Fields on the call. And then radio, it's your typical crew, Coyote Sports Network, John Thayer, Gary Culver, Jerry Paleshi. Definitely recommend tuning into those. We're starting to see more people listen to the radio call while they're in the dome too, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are so lucky to have Midco, on the TV calls, and then having John and Coach Culver on there as well. I can't even say Gary. It's Coach Culver for me. That's a habit that's going to die hard. But we're so lucky to have those guys because they are top notch. And not just saying that because they're USD guys. Though everyone around the radio and TV stuff, literally, they do a great job. So I get it. I'll like I said, I'll be listening to the broadcast this week, and I'm looking forward to it, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. And especially because you can't be there. That makes total sense. How about weather at tailgate? It's going to be a little nippy. Cloudy, 38. Northwest wind, 5 to 10 for those out there. So be prepared for that. And then obviously in the dome, you've got 72 and calm.
That's the good news about tailgating at USD is that if it's cold out, that you get to go inside and watch the football game. So looks like wind's going to be low. So hopefully people are out there and enjoying tailgate. I don't think it'll be too bad. But hey, if you get cold, just remember, have one more drink and then head inside. You'll be fine.
Yep, one more Jelly shot.
That's right.
All right, and let's dive into this. We've got, before we jump in, we've got to comment here. How is the kicking for both teams? Obviously, we know what USD's kicking is. Grant, I don't know about UND's kicking game. I guess I didn't really look at that, but do you have any insight on that?
No, it's funny. That's actually one thing I typically don't look at, which, yeah, to be honest, can be important. We saw it last week. Unable to flip the field like we're accustomed to. That cost us some pretty big field possession. Coach talked about it all week long. Starting field position, and then had the missed field goal as well. But no, I can't say that I'm super well versed, but I expect our guys to bounce back after last week. I have all the confidence in the world in Ebel and Mata and Will Thrill. It's something I don't worry about.
Jake's chiming in here. UND kicker's inconsistent. Hey, Jake, if you could pull those stats real quick, we'll throw them up here.
There you go.
Okay.
I always say about 90% of college kickers are not very reliable. We've just been extremely lucky at USD the past, about a decade now of some really good kickers and punters. So we're definitely spoiled in that department. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Hey, we got a new commenter here. We got Nacito3129. I agree about the radio broadcast team. I enjoyed the job they do. Always listen to them in the dome. Yeah, absolutely. They are phenomenal. We are blessed to have great media, both radio and TV with Midco too. All right.
Hey, for some context, looks like they've got two kickers who've made or attempted field goals this year. One being 4 for 7, another one 2 for 2.
Okay.
Looks like their primary kicker is the one 4 for 7. So I would agree with Jake there. It looks like pretty inconsistent, but we'll get into it. UND hasn't had to lean on their kickers in too many games this year.
Yeah. All right. So names to know for them. Quarterback number 11, Jerry Kaminsky, sophomore. He is really blown up onto the scene this year. Came out of nowhere, really. In fact, I don't know that UND even knew, but they replaced Ramfo
yes.
with this kid. And again, young sophomore, but gosh, he's got like 22 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the year.
Yes, I was just going to pivot over to it. I just had it pulled up here, but yeah, talk about a guy who you in my opinion, kind of came out of nowhere. That was the big question mark for UND this year, was who's going to be their quarterback.
Yeah, they had about 3 or 4 they were trying, and they waited till the last minute to declare a starter, and went with this kid, and he's taken the reins and not looked back.
Yeah, taking the reins, and I mean, really at this point, even probably in the conversation for Walter Payton, the way that the team's been winning, the way he's been playing. But you're right, he's just shy of 1,600 yards on the year, 62% completion percentage, 22 touchdowns to 2 picks. I mean, he's playing extra, ultra efficient football right now. And that clearly is working out for him. Offense has been full cylinders here, especially in the last 5 weeks for them.
Yeah, and then and because of him, he's really elevated the offense. And then the kid we saw last year, running back number 9, Sawyer Seidel, I think he's also a sophomore. I think he's young too, but he's slippery. He's not a big back by any means, but he's slippery. And then their wide receiver, their best wide receiver, number 4, is a Northern Arizona transfer, BJ Fleming.
Yeah, that's you kind of nailed it there, right? They have weapons at all spots on offense. I think outside of NDSU, this is going to be, or excuse me, you call it Iowa State as well, but FCS wise, NDSU is probably the only offense that we'll see that's been better this year, in my opinion, just based off what we've seen from UND. So they've got some really good weapons on the outside. They don't mind throwing it around. They like to run the ball. They're kind of a do-it-all offense, to be honest. And Mitch, I don't want to steal your thunder on this, but you've said it over and over again. They kind of remind us of USD last year from an offensive perspective.
Yeah, there's not a lot of holes. If you look at go down the roster, look position by position, look at their line, look at their skill position, look at their quarterback now. They don't have a ton of holes, and they're super balanced with the offense that they run. And it's tough to defend because they just have so many weapons.
Yeah, and that's like any team in the Missouri Valley, I think they like to get the run established, make you bring a safety up in the box, challenge you that way. But yeah, they don't have a lot of holes. They're happy to throw it around as well, because to your point, they've got we were looking at it earlier this week, but they've got 6 guys who have over 10 receptions at the wide receiver position. So Fleming, certainly the one who's stood out this year, having a really successful year, but they've got guys who can catch the ball all over the place.
Yeah, this is really a tough matchup. I didn't put any defenders up here, but their defense, they don't have a ton of like star-studded dudes, but they have a really good defense, and that's another big change from last year. Their defense used to give up a ton of points, and now this year they've got it locked down. So I want to look at their regular season record, Grant, because they lost to Kansas State by 3 to begin the season, and then their only other loss is at Montana at Wagriz, which is an absolute probably tough, maybe toughest or top 2 toughest places to play in FCS. And so that was a loss by 1. So they've lost 2 games by a total of 4 points, and they come in on a 5-game winning streak. Probably the hottest team in FCS. I'm not sure that there's a hotter one besides NDSU. I guess that'd be about it.
Yeah, and as you look at, I think they kind of put themselves on the map right away in week 1, right? They went down to Kansas State, and I don't know if you remember watching that game, but really felt like they had a chance to win the game at the end of the game. Probably, felt like they were maybe 1 play away from winning in Kansas State.
Yep.
And then that same exact thing happened against Montana. Felt like they were maybe 1 play away.
1 or 2 plays away. Yeah. So, I mean, they're really like 2 to 3 plays away from being undefeated and having a FBS win.
Yeah, so that really kind of put the intent up. And then I would say, as you look at the last 5 games, the win versus Valparaiso and Northern Iowa maybe huge wins, but nothing that pops off the screen. To me, it was the win at Southern Illinois, where they went up 28-0 at halftime, and then just kind of cruised in the second half. But that's a team that we know. Going down to Southern Illinois and getting a W is not an easy task. Never has been. So there's hot of a team, like you said. There's hot a team as there is in the FCS right now, and Moonfish 75, you're all over it. Field goals in the red zone is not going to cut it this week. There's no doubt about that. Got to find
absolutely, Matt. That's not going to get it done because this team is going to score. Let's go stats here. Let's take a look at where this thing kind of is going to rubber meets the road. Their rushing offense 10th, passing offense 68th, total offense 22nd. That's compared to our 61st ranked offense. And then just go ahead and go down the list. Rushing defense, they're 6th. Passing defense, 68. Total defense, 15. So they have a top 15 defense. Scoring defense, not much worse at 17. So they're not giving up a ton of points. And then time of possession, we're about balanced with them.
Yeah, and that's where I was kind of alluding to. They want to rush the ball. They've had success rushing the ball. And again, it's kind of ABCs of football. But you run the ball successfully, it's going to open up play action pass, deep shots that you're able to take. And to be honest, they pretty well, kind of had those connect for them all year long. So that's the reason you see those scores the way they are. And then they've really just been able to lean on this defense that's been, like you said, night and day better than last year. I mean, last year it was really abysmal. I mean, they were giving up 30 plus points pretty much every game, and that has gone
and
away.
I think their new head coach, first-year head coach there for them, who I think was at UND at one point, but Eric Schmidt, I think he's a defensive guy, isn't he?
I believe so. To go back and look, I believe you're right on that. So that makes sense too, right? I think the first thing we always talk about in Missouri Valley is you're going to have success if you can run the ball and play defense, right? That's kind of been the formula for a long time, and that formula is working out very well for them this year.
Yeah, I mean, they're just so balanced, right? And that's, like I said, they remind, watching tape, looking at their stats, putting it all together and scouting them, it really looks like they're last year's version of or us last year. This year's version of them is us last year. And they had a ton of road woes last year. I mean, they could not win a game on the road. That's gone.
Yep.
So, like I said,
they've solved that in a big way. Yeah.
This is a tough matchup. Like, it is not on paper. This is not a good matchup for us.
No, not a good matchup. The caveat, the good news for us is that it is at home. I think if this was on the road, boy, I'd have a not feel good about this game whatsoever. We talk about how much better we play in the Dome, but to that point, we got to score some more points in the Dome if we're going to keep up with these guys.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're going to score. So we can't score 10, 13 points. Like, that's not going to get it done.
Yeah. I think as efficient as they've been, knowing both teams want to rush the ball and control possessions, control the ball, time of possession, all of that, it could be a lower scoring game than what UND has seen, just because both teams are kind of after the same thing. And then enter Jake right off the road. But I think
Jake hold on, I'm trying to get it sorted out. I can't hear anything, so I'm gonna pull myself off.
All right. I'm telling you, it's all his fault. It's all his fault tonight. I just hope he had fun at the event, with Aiden's event tonight. That's all.
That's right. So we play better at home. There's no doubt about that. But at the end of the day, like you said, the stats matchups, you really gotta find a way to score some points this week.
Let's go here to this comment. We got James and Lauren saying the home advantage doesn't feel like much of a advantage when the Dome is so empty. I agree. Absolutely. This game is, I mean, we talked about it last week, like that was the biggest game of the year up to that point. Now this just becomes the bigger, it's just they get bigger, and we've talked about this for weeks, but like we need all of Coyote Nation there to try to will this team to victory, because their playoff lives are literally on the line.
Yeah. I mean, that's like we said, we'd love to see the Dome filled to the brim, right? Let's pack the Dome every weekend. It hasn't been the reality yet, minus a few games, but the Caitlin to the rescue here.
I love this. I love that this is live and just raw.
But yeah, I think again we've said it. We need more folks in the dome. I will say too that I will still kind of hang my hat that the folks that do come to USD games are engaged fans. There's no doubt about that. But I'd love to see that number of engaged fans double, right? I mean,
yeah, we've said it before, like 5,000 or 6,000 fully engaged fans is definitely a difference maker. Obviously, we'd love 9,000, but like just give me 6, give me 7, give me 8, whatever. Fully engaged fans, but yes, definitely would love to see it full.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure.
You sure?
Hey, before you give us any comments on this game, give us the update from tonight.
Okay, well, all right, I had something else planned, but yeah, so it was really cool. It was a fantastic opportunity. I got to, as you guys showed earlier, the pictures going around. I'm pretty sure like 90% of the team was there. Just absolute.
That's awesome.
Team building. There was some great costumes there. Daughters are definitely going to be jealous because there was a K-pop Demon Hunter there. Handmaid's Tale. I don't know if it's correct, but definitely the twins from The Shining. That was kind of creepy. But really, I mean, it was fantastic. So many people showed out. I sold actually quite a few beef raffle tickets. So going to get those added to the list.
Nice.
Yep. That was accidental. I was not trying to. I just sitting back and I was telling people, we're trying to raise some money on that. Ended up selling some more tickets. So
right. And what were the vibes of the team? Yeah, that's important too.
Easiest way to say it is they're pissed.
Good.
Yeah, each one of them that I talked to about it just a little bit is, dude, we had them. We beat them in literally everything. Like, it was just stupid things. Each person's like, yeah, I made this mistake right here. And they keyed in this exact spot. And nobody was willing to, nobody pointed at their fingers. They said it was on me. I did this. Had I done it right? I don't know if it was a touchdown, but it was a bigger gain and stuff like that. And so they took it hard. That's for sure. And I'm just going to say it. You keep your eye out on this game. There's going to be some fire.
Dude, we're due to have it all be put together. Like all sides of the ball, everybody, like literally full team effort. We're due for that.
Absolutely.
All right, go back to your other thoughts. Sorry, I cut you off there.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Woo! Let's go. We're going to tear it up this weekend. I am so pumped about this. The offense is ready to go. We're going to fire on all cylinder. Defense is going to do what they do best. Shut them down quick, early, and often. And we are going to bring the heat. Blowing the doors off of this dome. Let's pop that roof off and play outside. Let's go.
Jake did some leftover jelly out shots before he came on here.
No, that's drinking and driving Mitch, and I do not do that. I just had a couple caramel apple suckers from Halloween. So.
Oh man, let's go. All right, Jordan says if our offense can't score, we'll get blown out. Absolutely. If our defense will hold their own for a while, but if we do these short drives, they'll eventually get tired, got to score. Yeah, and that was kind of like last week, right? Like we had long fields, they had short fields. They scored more than we did. Like it's that simple.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, 21 points, holding a team to 21 points in the Missouri Valley should get you wins. It is what it is.
It's good. It's good enough. It's not great, but it's good enough.
And so, yes, if the offense can stay out there and as long as they take the opportunity to really methodically drive and efficient with it, eating up the clock, we're going to be good. So that's all it takes.
Oh, man. I love that your wife is in here.
Full, yeah, this is as long as she's ever interacted. I think it's because I wasn't in here. She wanted to make sure the counter was.
She's like, "Oh, Jake's not in. I'll watch tonight."
I'll watch tonight because he's not here.
All right,
he hasn't gotten off now.
We're at the 39-minute mark. Do you have anything else to say about the actual matchup?
I mean, you guys did a fantastic job covering it. I listened to the whole way up.
We tried.
One name to really keep an eye on is I think it's Kristen Hoskins. He is a fantastic playmaker that doesn't get the recognition for UND. And actually, I remember this kid. I remember his recruiting out of high school because Iowa State really wanted him bad, but he ended up going Minnesota Gophers. And I know we recruited him when he went to the portal as well.
What position?
Wide receiver. He'll remind you a lot of. He's a mixture. A little bit of Keandre and Karan is a mixture. So,
okay.
That's really how I would describe him, but he is a fantastic playmaker. The moment he's in space is the moment we're screwed.
Oh, Kate's on one tonight. Let's go.
Oh, she is. Mm-hmm.
All right, we will watch for that name as well. Like we said, they got dudes all over the field, so this is a tough matchup.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, lines here. Sagarin, UND, 74th ranked team in the nation, USD 152. Reddit FCS, they're the first ones to post spreads every week. Early in the week, UND minus 14. FanDuel comes in, UND minus 11.5. Massey's a little different. Massey's minus 7, and Massey likes the Fighting Hawks 30-23. That's a lot of points.
Hey, we haven't followed these numbers all season. Why are we going to start now?
That's true. Thoughts? Anything on that, guys? The spreads, for a rivalry game, the spread's pretty high, but I was thinking of like the NDSU. God, who does NDSU play this week? Somebody good too, like Youngstown. Yeah, they're like 30. They're like 30-point favorites or something like that, and that's a ranked team. Like that's nuts.
Yeah, well, I will say Youngstown dropping the all-white helmet, first time in history for them, rocking all whites.
Petey the Penguin.
No, it's still a chrome Y. Actually, it looks fantastic. I actually really like how simple and clean they look. But they're going for the all-white stormtrooper look. Hopefully, they play a little spoiler, but good luck.
All right, and we see some. We got comments with scores coming in, so people know this is coming. I'm going to get right to it. The pick segment sponsored by the Carney family, the best sports fan any team could wish for.
Oh, I was going to pull the Allie's up here. I'm just going to say it, Allie. There's always a chance until that final whistle blows, so don't count us out until it's over.
That's right. All right, I'm going to go to. We're going to give the Carney family the floor here because they are the show sponsor. They are going the UND Fighting Hawks 24-17. Pat thinks we keep it close, but fall short in the end.
It's not the result that we want, but I understand the logic.
Yep. No, that's that's crunching the numbers and a very realistic score, especially because we struggled to score more than 19. So against a really good defense, 17's not far off if you're going by on paper. But we play the games. The game has to be played in real life, not on paper. So there we go.
There you go. We'll throw that up there too.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair enough.
Allie, but hey, All right. Go ahead, Jake. Throw some up on the screen here for some other picks before I give mine.
Roll up, just make sure we don't. Okay, we didn't miss any up there. Mr. Matt Kogel himself, 31-30, Yotes, baby.
Upset alert. Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of points, too. I don't know why people are thinking a lot of points. I'm not seeing it.
Side note, so Mason did show up tonight, Kogel, and it was funny. I was talking to Jacob Arope when he showed up. He goes, "Oh, Mason's here." And I was like, "Oh, you mean Kogel, just in case?" He goes, "No, Cowgill." He goes, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "His last name's Kogel."
Said, "Bring him over."
No, it's not. And Mason walks up to him, and Jake goes, "Hey, have we been saying your name wrong this whole time?" He goes, "Yeah, it's okay." It's like, no. So it was very comical. So the team is now learning it is Kogel, not Cowgill.
I was saying it wrong for 2 years, so I was finally corrected this year, so I appreciate that.
And it took his dad correcting us for us to learn how to say it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you're not the first. You won't be the last.
Nope.
All right. Next one here. Yeah, James and Lauren, Yotes by 1 million. Let's go. Scoreboard would be tapped out.
You mean Yotes by Vermillion?
There you go.
Don't miss Ray here. Bring it in. 21-17.
The OG. Ray is one of our OGs, by the way.
I will say before we get to our picks, Ray's spot on right here. If USD is going to pull off the win, it's going to be a score like this. I don't think we haven't shown any firepower to get into that high 30s shootout type game to this point. So that score, that feels like what kind of the game flow. If we want to find ourselves in a spot where we're competitive at the end, I think it needs to be kind of a game flow that's ending like this for sure.
And I'll say something that we learned from Illinois State now, and I think we can all take a little solace and feel more comfortable about it, is Carson Fletcher is gaining a ton of confidence, and knowing the fact that we can pull LJ off after he hits 15, 20 carries and throw Carson in for another 10 to grind out that clock and keep burning through it can make you feel better. And I feel like that 21-17, it makes it all the more possible.
Yep. Grant, you and I talked about this earlier in the week, but like if the Yotes were to pull the upset, a couple things you had mentioned was find a way to run the ball, explosive. We need to hit on explosives, which we didn't last week. Missed on a couple deep shots, caused multiple turnovers. You had called 2 turnovers, and then a defensive or special teams touchdown to help turn the tide because the offense is struggling. So one of those would be a huge boost. And honestly, I would just add to that, hope they overlook us because they got NDSU knocking on the door next week at the Alaris Center. So I don't think that's going to happen, but we can hope.
No, it doesn't help that we have a win streak on them. We got their attention.
Yeah, for sure, especially last year. Mm-hmm. All right,
Mitch. Let's see what you got for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna click the button. I'm gonna click the button, and then I'm just gonna run off the screen. And hey, speaking of pissing the team off, maybe I'll use reverse logic here. I'll piss them off so bad that they'll go out and prove me wrong. I'm going UND 31-10 in a runaway game because I have no faith in this offense to generate points.
All right, so I was just nice to Ray and said, if Yotes can find a way to win, it's got to be a low-scoring one like that. Mitch, you're exactly right. If this gets out of hand, a score like this is very possible. If we find ourselves down, 17-0, 21-0, like the chances of a game getting ugly like this are certainly there. And so we gotta make sure that we're tight, tight on defense, but more importantly, moving the ball in offense. I'm not saying it needs to end in a touchdown 5 times, right? But we gotta find something, a way to move it. Otherwise, a score like this is very possible.
This is worst case scenario in my mind, because if they suffocate us on defense like NDSU did, which their defense is similar, they causing 3 and outs. They're gonna get more possessions. They're gonna score more points, and so the defense just does the bend but don't break, and eventually the dam gives way, and it's kind of an ugly game.
All right, so to all the fans listening live or on the recording, I'm just going to say this. If you think this is bad where Mitch is at now, you should see him in our group chat. Tuesday at around 10 o'clock, I don't know, it was about message 2530 from Mitch. And I just asked if we could save the spiral for after work hours because my phone was blowing up. So
the alarm, I was starting to scout UND and the alarm bells were about at 9. So I'm maybe at a 7 right now.
All right, we'll grab this one here before we move on to Grant's. I like this one. This was a blast of a game. Flashback to it. Winning on the last second field goal was fantastic. I remember that drive. But
yeah, let's do that.
I love it.
Will the thrill?
I don't care how we win. I just want to win. I want that W.
Yep. Just score 1 more point than them. That's all that matters.
True.
Grant, you ready?
All right, Mitch, flip it. They're gonna hate me too, but I'll give some context. Yep, boo it up. I hated to pick it this way. I didn't pick it.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I clicked it too. Yes, yo fan. Hey, thanks for sticking with us. You've been quiet all night. I appreciate that. The OG right here, yo fan.
After Saturday, we could all use a little counseling, but
we're gonna need a group therapy session, I think.
Yeah, I've got it. Unfortunately, not going our way either. Right, I've got 28-13 UND. I hate to say this, but it's not even really as much about us as it's about them. But UND is playing such good football right now, and quite frankly, we're just not hitting on all cylinders. Right, it's not some sort of get right game opponent that maybe we would, look to say, okay, maybe we can bounce back and do some of these things, but they're going to come in. They're hungry as hell. We beat them up in the Alaris last year. This is a rivalry game. They're playing really good football. I just don't see how we're going to find our offensive footing this week against this defense that is so damn good. So I think our defense will hang in there. But again, I think their defense is really going to suffocate us, which is going to lead our defense to be in some bad spots, right? So I've got it 28-13. I want to be wrong so bad. You guys have no idea how badly I want to be wrong.
Prove us wrong. We say that every time we pick against. Just because Grant and I pick against us, like we did against the Bison, like prove us wrong. Number one, we'll come on this show and say that we're fools, we're idiots, and we'll also be there in person cheering our what's off to victory. Just because we're picking this doesn't mean that's what we want.
Right. It's not a prediction, it's a prediction, not a wish list, right? Like I will, I want to be wrong badly. So please prove me wrong.
Yep.
I'm going to bring you guys on the show on Monday after doing the beef raffle, and we're going to make you eat some hawk.
That's fine. Please. Please.
We tweeted this out too. Like our backs are against the wall, and I'm very curious to see what team comes out. Are we going to fold it in? Are we packing it up for the season, or are we coming out and we're going to fight like hell?
Hey, I thought my response to the UND fan was pretty funny. He said the Coyotes looked a little scared, and I said, "Yeah, you'd be too if you had a sickly giant green hawk staring at you. It's not natural."
It's a big hawk this year. It'd be slaying a giant, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's lift up the spirits. Flip it over.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, let's do it. We're going for it. At the end of the day, there is going to be a punch thrown by UND in this game. And guess what's behind that first punch? A second one. So get your asses ready because we're going to have some fun with this one here. We're going to punch back. We're going to shock the world. We're going to get right. Hey, you know what, UND? That's a mighty fine 0 that you have behind there. Be a shame if somebody broke it.
Hey, how many field goals is that, by the way? What's the math on 23?
Hey, you know what?
4 field goals?
Technically, I mean,
3 field goals, or is that a missed extra point at some point?
I don't know how we get there, but we get there.
All right. I mean, 3 field goals isn't out of the question here.
No. Yeah, 3 field goals, 2 touchdowns. Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And F and Hawk talk, when you make it down, you come find us at the tailgate. So we'll have some fun until we're enemies at kickoff.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You got this. I was just going to mention the trophy. The trophy, by the way, the UND side was pretty quiet about wanting a trophy back the last 2 years when we beat them. But now that they're good again, they're like, hey, let's bring back the trophy.
Mm-hmm. Weird.
That is true.
No, we love you, F and Hawk.
Yeah, and you guys mentioned it, and yeah, we need some way somehow to get a trophy in it and keep the sponsors away from it. I don't care if it's a gas tank with all of our numbers on it, with our logos on it. I don't care. Just get us a trophy and let's have some fun with it.
Let's go. We need to hear more about D-Days 2018.
Yep, I'll sneak you in. You're allowed in.
Oh, here you go. Here's your math: 7 field goals and a safety.
Perfect. I don't care how we get there. We're getting there.
Whatever it takes, dang it.
Hey, it's 7 field goals. It's 7 field goals. The separator is our safety.
Well, we appreciate you being the eternal optimist, Jake, because it would be boring if it wasn't that way.
You know what? And I mean, how many times have we said it? We know what we have. And once the pieces all come together, the sky's the limit on it. The offense, the capabilities there, and when the offense is flowing and moving, the defense is not only going to be rested, but they're going to feed off that energy as well. So that's something I really would like to see on this. So you know what? Let's prove them wrong. Let's have some fun. Let's kick the crap out of North Dakota.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. I got to put this one up there. Lost phone and keys and lots of dignity. There we go. That sounds like D-Days.
D-Days does that to you.
I say, who hasn't done that?
That happens to everybody.
That's just regular D-Days. You're fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, boys.
Let's get them out of here. Flip to that last slide.
All right, let's go.
Perfect.
As always.
Yep. Appreciate everybody. See you Saturday. Go Yotes.